This is Social Studies 7E2a. That's the standard, and that is the element. The A represents the element. So I just made a question out of it, and this is your QTD for today. How does specialization encourage trade? All right, let's just pretend that you don't know what specialization is. Well, you're not going to be able to answer this question if you don't know what specialization is. So let's define specialization first. And this is how you answer every question. Remember, I'm trying to teach you how to think, not what to think, but how to think. Here's how you think about it. When you read a question and you don't quite get the question, what you need to start doing is breaking it down. What are they asking me? They're asking me, how does something encourage something else? And what is this something? Specialization. Well, let me think about that. Even if you didn't know what specialization was, you can kind of almost figure it out by that word, specialize. What is specialize? If I specialize in something, what does that mean? That's my specialty. Restaurant, their specialty is steak. Guess what they're going to be good at? Steak. They're going to cook steak probably one or two different ways, but the very one or two different ways that they cook it is probably going to be the best in town, if that's what they claim their specialty is. Now, would you go there and order a vegetarian sandwich? No, you would not, because you're not going to get a vegetarian sandwich because they're all geared toward grilling steak. They're not grilled toward vegetables. They're grilled toward meat. If the chef at that steak restaurant who cooked steak better than anybody in town was a vegetarian, where would he have to go? He'd have to go down the road to get his vegetarian sandwich, right? His cucumber sandwich or his watercress sandwich, right? Same thing with countries. If you got a country who specializes in oil, you wouldn't go there to buy bananas. And the very people that want bananas in a country that specializes with oil, where are they going to have to buy their bananas? They're going to have to buy their bananas, right? Aren't they going to have to trade with another place? Absolutely. So when you specialize in something, you stand to make a lot of money at it because you are the best at it. You do it the best, and so you do it the fastest and the most efficient and probably cheaper than anybody else in the world. And so therefore everybody wants what you have. Let's say your specialization is oil, like it is in the Middle East. Well, guess what? Everybody buys their oil from the Middle East or Venezuela, where they specialize in oil and a few other places. But where those countries have to go to buy the stuff that they don't actually produce because they're spending all their time producing oil. They have to buy their stuff from other places. So other places that specialize like in bananas, well, guess what? They can't produce their own oil because they're focused on bananas, so they have to go buy their bananas from the Middle East, and the Middle East people have to buy their bananas. I'm sorry, I think I said that backwards. The banana people have to buy their oil from the Middle East. The oil people have to buy their bananas from someplace in the Caribbean or the tropics. So here we go. Specialization encourages trade. And if you're a note-taking person, you might want to write this down. Specialization encourages trade because when people specialize, or when countries specialize, they must buy what they need that they cannot produce from another place. Why do you specialize then? If it's going to mean that you have to go someplace else to buy something, because you stand to make a lot of money at it. If I've got billions of gallons of oil underneath my soil, why on earth would I produce broccoli? You wouldn't. You would produce oil. You'd specialize in what you have. And the people that live in I don't know where you would produce broccoli, but the people that live in good soil where you produce broccoli and they have no oil underneath their soil, the only soil they have is good broccoli soil, then it wouldn't make any sense for them to drill for oil. They would need to produce what they could be good at, and that's broccoli. And I hope that makes sense. So you need to be able to put this in your own words, kind of an essay question, you guys, and use your own examples. You can use mine, but put it in your own words. If you have any questions about specialization, please bring those to class. So,